Alright, moving on to our next Patreon request, and this one comes from Lamonta Benson, who really asked me to give my thoughts on a subject that I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, my brain cannot process that. Like, I just do not, I am so unable to, like, mentally process that right now. So, what that thing I couldn't process is the announcement that was like a few weeks back. I just didn't know how to like talk about it, but I guess here I fucking am now. And that thing is the announcement of basically the announcement that we are getting a new Totally Spies live action show being produced and starring Will Ferrell for Amazon. I'm not joking. This is a real thing. Like, if you haven't heard of it and this is your first time hearing it, like, yeah, this is a legit thing. Like, you see how, like, I couldn't mentally prepare myself for that sentence? Like, I wasn't ready for that. I was in no way, shape, or form ready for that to be, I just wasn't mentally prepared for that kind of, for those level of shenanigans, right? Like, there was just no way. Anyway, so, yeah. I mean, what am I supposed to say to that? And now, keep in mind, I may like Totally Spies, but, like, I have gone back and watched episodes, and I'm like, wow, this is super fetishy. Like, I think we can all agree that, like, if you go back and look at this show now, the show itself is, like, super duper, the show is just, like, just rolling in, like, fetishes. And I'm convinced that probably awoke some people. Like, between, like, muscles and bondage and, like, slime and fucking, cat girls. If you name it, it's probably in there in some capacity. It's in that show in some capacity. So I have to wonder, I have to wonder how much of the show is going to be in live action, if you know what I mean. Is it going to be just as unintentionally or intentionally, depending on which... Because I've heard, like, two different things. Like, the creators were like, oh, well, that wasn't our intention, that just happened. And other creators were like, oh, we knew what we were doing. So I have to ask, you know, the question of the hour is it going to be just like the show? I personally doubt it. I doubt this will be as insane as the original show. Also, I guarantee you, real quick, I do guarantee you that Jerry will be played by Will Ferrell. Will Ferrell is playing Jerry. I think we could... Like, that was my first... Like, that was my first cognitive thought after hearing that news that broke my brain. I was like, yeah, Will Ferrell's playing Jerry. There's... that's gotta be it. That's gotta be it, right? Because he... right? Like, that has to be it. The other thing is, who... I know that Totally Spies has had a massive cult following, and it's gone on for so long, and it's actually, the new season is, I guess, a reboot of the show, which kind of sucks, because even Jennifer Hale was kind of hoping to play Sam again, apparently, but apparently there was a contract thing that forbid her from doing it, so that kind of sucks. But the show does have a following, so I also imagine this will probably be like a younger, like, I don't know, also the target audience. If Will Ferrell's going to be in the show, and writing the show, and also we're probably going to have some comedy writers who do a lot more adult comedy, I imagine we're probably going to be, this might be a show for young adults, maybe? But, like, I don't even think this show knows who it's for, because the show is target demographic was young girls. It got, you know, it kind of had the MLP route where it was like, it got boys and girls and, you know, a fan base of itself for varying reasons. So I have to wonder, you know, who is this gonna be for? That's my question. I really don't have much to... I really, unfortunately, don't have much to say other than, cool. That was the other thing why I didn't do a video, because I was just like, Anyway, moving on. So, yeah, I really am just kind of, like, in the mindset of, cool, but, like, what is this show going to be like, is my question. That's the million-dollar question, ladies and gentlemen. So, I think I am going to leave it off here, because I genuinely don't know what else to say other than neat, I guess. I just am like, is it gonna be like is it gonna be different, or is it gonna be following some of the show's footsteps? If you haven't guessed already, I'm joking about them being fetishy like the animated show. That's a joke. I'm just like, you had to have watched so many episodes to be like, there's something weird going on here. I'm telling you. Anyway, so you guys tell me in the comments below, what do you guys think of this Totally Spies live-action show? I want to thank Lamonta Benson for this Patreon request and continued patronage. And like I said, if you'd like to have a Patreon request done, just hit the link below. Head on over to my Patreon, hit the 3rd tier. That will allow you access to do so. But other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.